Hello, everyone. This is Danish from Job Skills Share. Let me set up some of the things over here so I know that I'm live. Let me first confirm that. And I'm going to be talking about some important stuff today. Let's go ahead and see if we are live. Yes, we are live. Okay, so this is going to be a short live session. The reason for this is that I have a training at 12 o'clock, so I need to be ready for that. But I want to talk about some important stuff in this live session. And the live session is about how to go for these IT positions. They are putting a lot in their descriptions. And this is something that most of us have made multiple videos. And this is a very important topic. So, because for new people, it's very hard to kind of like accept this reality that hey, yes, I can actually go and apply to this position even if they put 2 to 3 years of experience on the job description, and then they're putting preferred, and all that stuff is preferred. And a lot of people just come to us and ask us that hey, if I am applying to these positions, hey guys, everyone, Matthew, Earning Machine, hello everybody, if you guys have a question, drop it down. I will also talk about it. But today I want to also talk about I want to take you guys back 4 years ago. I made this video. In this video, I say that advice for getting first IT job with no experience. Make sure you watch this video. 4 years ago, Job Skills Share advice. If you just type this in the search box, this is the video. I'm going to put the link in there. And in this video, I was telling people that you don't need to get stuck in this circle of learning. You can never get out of this learning circle. When you're brand new, you will get stuck in this this, like, let's say the learning mode where you are going to start finishing up CompTIA A plus, and then of course you're going to find out something new that, oh my god, there's something missing in this certification. So then I need to go for Active Directory training, I need to go for Office 365 training. Then you will find something else out, and then you're going to go into that as well. So you see, you're going to get stuck in this circle, and then the confidence basically becomes very lower and lower. Hello, Blanca, how are you? So the confidence basically your confidence gets lower, and then you never get out of this learning mode, and people get basically disappointed. So I made that video for that reason, that I tell people that it doesn't matter. As soon as you get into learning for IT stuff, you need to start applying to positions, and we call this lucky tries, right? So you basically get into the learning, get into A plus or whatever is your favorite education. I'm not even trying to promote myself over here in the beginning, because I want to give people a real answer. First, when you get into the learning, start applying, right? What's good, Danish, my brother? How's Sunday treating you? You're absolutely right. Hey, Ali, man, I'm just, this is Sunday again. This is, I have 1.5 hours for my training. These trainings are like 4 to 5 hours live training. So I'm not going to talk too much today because, that energy, I need that energy. So, but I wanted to make a video on this because I'm going to take you guys to somewhere really cool now, because I like to see this from other YouTubers. And this was back in the days, a lot of people were not talking about this. So I'm sure there are more other YouTubers who have done this. Maybe I didn't find them, but if you do, put them in the comment section so we can also motivate people by taking them to those videos. That what are they saying basically? Everybody who is a professional and who's been working in IT for, let's say, 10 years or 5 years or even more than that, they will tell you that the entry-level positions the descriptions are just nothing than just like, HR people getting some words together from other people and just putting into the description to make it look good. And in reality, it's nothing more than just like few words. Honestly, what they're looking for is motivation. What they're looking for is a passionate person who basically will tell them that I'm ready to learn from you. I'm ready. I love technology. Teach me, and I'm ready to do it. That's where the solution is basically is there. You have to practically get up and apply to these positions. So now let me take you this video. The reason I want to make this video is because it's funny when I heard other YouTubers saying apply, and when I take myself back like 4 years ago, and I'm just talking about the same thing, apply, and then I give some examples. So it kind of made me really happy. So first, I'm going to take you to Kev Tech. This guy is amazing. I really like him. He's an IT professional, and I watch his live videos all the time, and I watch his content. The reason I like his videos, there's a connection basically. His video and my videos and the platform videos are exactly the same basically. He's talking about ticketing, he's talking about troubleshooting. But the way I like this, and I like to follow people like that, because it gives me a very good information for my members. And I say, look, Danish is one. Danish has experienced few platforms, infrastructures. So yes, I'm going to give you a lot of information. But now there's another professional. He's also experiencing the same thing, and he's giving you the same information in his route. So he may give you something more than I have. So the combination, now you get even more than that. So then you have more YouTubers in the same area, right? What I like to, the reason I kind of mention him in this video is that because of his latest video. If you watch this video, it says right here, says, my advice to people applying to the first IT job, IT advice. And in his video, he's also using the terms apply, apply, apply. So that's great. This is what we were basically telling people. Now, let me get back to the questions over here. Can I start IT career at 35 age? I'm done 3 years diploma. I have done 2 years diploma in computers engineering in 2005. After that, I have no experience. Absolutely, you can start in 35. You are young. You're pretty young right now. 35 is nothing. We have a person who started at 55 and landed a job. We made a whole article on this in our jobskillshare.org site. So 55, he still landed a job. You're 35, so that should really give you some confidence right there. IT learning, specifically getting into IT, is nothing more than just 3 months or 4 months of training. Like yourself, it depends. Like if you really want to get into a job with a less stress mode, then you need training. The things that we're telling people right now is to apply, apply, apply. This is called a lucky try. Basically, you go in there and you look for a company that is willing to train you. The ratio of this method is becoming lower, and I'll explain to you, and where I'm taking you right now is going to make sense to you guys. Give me 1 second and I'll get to that. But what chances do you have with little or no IT experience through you have got some certifications? Your chances are slim. Definitely, this is a reality. Your chances are slim. You're not going to get more. You're not going to get a chance. Let's say you have 5 students going for the same position. If a student, another 4 students, they have done a lot of work, they have done some training, they have realized that A+ is not enough for my job, I have done more training, then of course they're going to get more chance. That's reality, right? We're not going to lie to you as well. The reality is that we're telling you to apply, 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 and get, try your luck. But the another reality is that if other people are more prepared than you, then they're going to get chance. They're going to get, definitely, that's just the normal natural answer, or natural human being accepting another human being based on their work, right? So I'm sure nobody will disagree with me in that. And the reason we say that apply, 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 because you may go to the job and they may like something in you that they may even not consider other people with experience. So you see, it's all about you're going out there and who are you impressing over here? Who is your target over there? Another human being, right? So if that human being gets impressed by you somehow, then of course, that's where we're telling people that the only thing we're telling people in this video I'm focusing is that there's no academic requirement for entry-level jobs, no academic requirement. Go to bls.gov. I'm not making this stuff up. bls.gov, computer support specialist requirements, no academic experience, no academic requirements, no degree requirements, no certification requirement. But we all know that there are certain certifications that people will like to see, or people can just quickly search without having too much IT knowledge, like HR people or people who want to hire you, or they have a little business knowledge. They may look for what is the common certification in this area. So of course, they're going to then look into that. So that would be my answer to you. I can't find any because of their entry level, then they ask for years of experience. That's where we are kind of like telling people that yes, they're going to ask you for experience, but everybody's not asking for that experience. Everybody's not looking and say, oh, you need to have 2 years of experience. there is a counter to fix this problem. There is actually a solution, and I'm going to take you to that right now. I'm going to actually show you what is the problem in this area as well. I'm not going to just say go and apply blindly, right? Because this is where I invested my time. This is where I did my research. This is where we have spent almost 5 years of our hard work into fixing this solution, and I'll show you that right now. So yeah, so basically this is what I wanted to talk about. So now when you watch this video, this is what basically they're telling you to apply. Now let's go back. I'm sure you have seen this person, IT Career Questions, Zach. I'm sure probably most of you know this channel too. And look at the title right there. It says, how to get an entry-level IT job with nothing, no certs, no degree, no experience. And in that video, I think he did a latest video as well about telling people that the job description is crap. Don't worry about that stuff, and then go and apply. Okay. Now remember, nobody's telling you to just get up today and take an empty resume and go to the place and start applying. Very slim chances that you're going to get an opportunity like that. But I'm not going to consider that as a real process. I'm not going to encourage people to do that. The reason for that is that there is a next stage after that. When you land a job and the first time you get a ticket and they says, oh, we need to add a license for someone in Office 365, I'm sure you're going to get stressed out. You're going to be like, what the hell? What is Office 365? I need to learn all that. Somebody told you about, can you do the image? Can you go and learn that imaging? Even the learning process can take you time. It can stress you out. People come to me all the time with jobs. They landed a job, then found us, and then they come back to us. Why are they doing that? If somebody already landed a job, then why is there such a need for them to come back to us? Now, there's a problem in this area as well. So we need to also address that. So if you go to Job Skills Share, and I'll put this link in there, I basically made this video, IT degree versus IT certification versus real world IT training. This is where we need to focus on. If somebody's asking me, they're asking for experience, you got to come back with a counter. You have to have a counter response for something like that. Then you have even more chances. Why? If somebody asks you about experience with that method, apply, and then do some kind of labs and stuff like that, yes, you're going to get away with certain things, but you're not going to get away with a lot. The reason for that is that so many people are getting into IT. So many people are changing their careers from mechanical engineer, electrical engineer. All of my friends, 90% of my friends are now into IT. And some people actually coming from accounting to IT. So some people who were just touching IT 5 years ago are coming back to IT again because they now see that things are getting cloudish, things are getting a little bit more fun. So many people are coming into IT. And if you are denying this fact, then I think you need to go and research, because this is where so much is happening right now. And this is why we are recreating these videos, because we felt the need of telling this reality to people that, okay, you need to apply, but you need training. You need training. So a lot of people will suggest you A+, but then A+, when you finish it, a lot of people say, okay, I'll just go to the training, and they went for like slide, gave me some, theoretical or simulated labs, and I did that. But when I went to the job, they were asking about Active Directory, they were asking about imaging, they were asking about deployment, they were asking about some remote troubleshooting, they were asking me about Office 365, which has nothing to do with A+. So now how do you counter that? Remember, it's all about selling yourself in the interview then. You need to get this knowledge. If you don't have experience, then you need to counter it. You cannot just get up and start applying. Like I said many times, you can get in, but then the next level of stress is just too much. If you can take it, good. Have people done it? Yes. Have people will come back to you? Yes, you can do it yourself, 100%. But can you do it? And are you going to do it smartly, or are you going to do it the manual way? This is where we are a little different. This is where we are focusing. This is where we have done research. This is where our channel is kind of like focusing on this area now, that now we're telling you to apply, but what happens next? Are you even ready for that job? Remember that in technical jobs, it's a reactive job. It's not a proactive job in the beginning. But what you can do is you can proactively learn to counter that reactiveness. What I mean by that is that you need to prepare yourself for this job ahead of the time, So when you land this job for the first time, you don't feel like everything is brand new to you. You're mentally prepared. You're basically expecting those calls, so you can relate to that with your training. So let's get into this a little bit here. Okay, let's say I want to know how can I get an entry-level job now at 61 without cert, but I have a little experience with training and a little direct help desk exposure. I would like to help as soon as possible. Okay, here, this is where I'm going right now. Nobody can help you in one video, right? If I say like, okay, I'm gonna help you right now and you're gonna learn everything like that, no, that's not gonna happen. So the way this can happen is you need a step-by-step process. And this is where like, oh, he's going to sell a product to on us right now. No, I'm not going to do that yet. Here, let me take you guys to this pathway. Now, you guys are going to be a little shocked right here, people who are new. This pathway is created to solve your problem. The person who's saying that I'm 61 and I need to learn that experience, and people who are saying that I don't have experience, they're asking for experience. So how do I counter that? I cannot counter that with kind of basic labs. I cannot counter that by just going and pick up my resume and send it to them. I do need to talk about the things. I do need to talk and say, look, if I don't know, if you're asking for experience, but I have done all of this certification or training on a real world experience, I already know this stuff. So you're impressing another human being. Now, let me get to the point right here. It's a very short link. It says jobskillshare.org/free. This is where everything starts. You have to watch this video and look at this. IT Fundamental V1.0. This is not a free course, but the content, like 40% of the content is what you need right now. That's what we explained in the video. Then the second course is almost 80 hours of content for free. The third course is almost 3 to 4 hours of content for free. Another course, which is 2 to 3 hours of content for free. Another course, Office 365, is another 3 to 3 hours for free. And then after that, IT resume, applying for jobs for free. 1 to 5 steps. If you complete all these 5 steps, how many hours are these? These are 100 hours. It's not going to happen in one day. It's going to take time. So if people are asking me this realistic question that you're saying to us, apply, then I need at least some kind of countering for those experience type of questions. Then what do I do? Or I need to be able to perform well on my job. I don't want to go there and just sit there and then ask people for every single thing and take that stress. I don't have that ability. Then this is your answer. And I'm not even selling you anything. All I'm telling you is that I have done my hard work for 5 years, putting all of the things that I know, putting all the things that other professionals in the platform knows. Whenever someone joins my company or this platform and they want to become a trainer, they have to become a trainer only if they can share their skills. This is not a platform where people come in and just start teaching what they know. They have to teach what they have done at the work. This is why we are a little different. So this whole pathway is designed based on real world skills to counter that experience questions, because we have already cleared that. And I didn't just say that. KevTech, IT Career, so many different professionals are telling you this. So first of all, you have to accept the reality. The reality is that. Now you may come across people that will say to you that if you don't have this type of experience, then we're not going to hire you. Hey, fine. That's that person. That is that person. And that's one person working in one company, one infrastructure. What about the 10 other people who wants to hire you? So what we are telling people is this: you need to go out there and you need to apply everywhere you see an help desk position. IT support, help desk, entry-level help desk, computer support technician, desktop support technician, the user support technician. They sometimes call it IT support specialist. Sometimes they will call specialist entry-level one. Makes no sense, but I don't know why the people do that. But everywhere you see a job like that, pick your resume and apply. Okay. Now, you can do that. But if you have a little feeling of this, what am I going to do at work? How can I prepare myself for the first time? What if I landed that job? What will be my next week? What is my, how do I prepare myself? I really don't want to just go there and start learning all this stuff from them, because that's too hard for me in the beginning. So you can prepare yourself by doing this 100 hours of training for free. And if you do this, many people have done this whole free training for free in this platform, have landed a job. Now, we have already made more solutions after that. So people will say, okay, I really like this approach. Now, this is for people who really want to invest now. This is, you're done over here. Like people who are like about free kind of stuff, and they don't want to invest money, and they think that, I really don't want to spend even $1. I can guarantee you, you will learn so much from this pathway that you're just going to grab the 5 years of experience from us, and boom, you got it in that 100 hours of content. It's going to take you time, yes, but at least even if you landed a job, you're in the platform where you can go back and learn things very quickly. But now if people say, I want to do more hands-on practice, I want you to teach me, I want to make things easier for myself, then we have live training created for people. So on jobskillshare.org, every weekend, and right now after 1 hour, I have a live training starting right now from a member from Ireland. So the situation with him was that he already landed a job, and now he wants to learn skills. And the situation with other people are they want to learn skills ahead of the time and then apply for the jobs. So it depends on where you are. So this training is basically kind of like a very step-by-step approach to counter all of these things that you're going through right now. And we're not just selling our platform, our stuff right here. You can go for any training that can teach you real-world skills, that can teach you more than A+, that can teach you how to use your CCNA certification or MCSA certification, that can actually make you do something on that certification, rather than just going there and finishing about Microsoft and just Microsoft stuff. And when you go to the real world environment and you find out that, wow, they're using a lot of free tools, open source tools, paid tools, everything is a combination. And then you get a job, then you get to learn, you become a real IT professional in a very short time. Then you realize, then you find platforms like ours, but you have a solution in front of you. So it's a very a dedicated process. You have to be very dedicated to actually finish this kind of training. So this is for people who really want to then go to a next level of, let's say, I really wanted someone to really train me. Then that's what we are doing right now, right? So we have also started with advising people, right? And that's how it should be. Every YouTuber who's a real YouTuber should give you an open advice, that you can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can do it this way. And that's what they're doing. KevTech, IT Career Questions. That's why I kind of shared them with you guys, because these people are real. They don't want to just go out there and tell you that just do CompTIA A+ and you're good to go. If any YouTuber does that, I don't like to share their videos. The reason for that they create this vacuum, they create this loop for people, and then basically when they finish A+ certification, and people are like, wow, you just told me to do A+ certification, I spent $4,000 on live training somewhere, or a boot camp somewhere, or a college somewhere, or I did it even free. It wasted so much of my time, and I have no clue how to even answer one question in my interview. And there's another channel from interview coming, Kubuman. If you go to Kubuman, Cobuman, his videos are really cool for interview questions. We have a whole course on interview questions too, in the free learning path right here. If you go all the way to the bottom, this one right here, this is a really cool course for people who really want to get that free template for resume, how to check your resume and all that kind of stuff. But his videos are very detailed about like how to answer, tell me about yourself, if you have an issue like this and how do you resolve it and stuff like that. For a sysadmin perspective, which has more weight, CompTIA and 100% Microsoft. Sysadmin, people are not going to take you seriously if you go with a CompTIA certification. I mean, what is in CompTIA certification? If you go check out their Server Plus, it's a bunch of mixture with a few things here and there. And if you go to the MCSA courses, they are designed by installing a server, managing the identity of the servers. There are like 3 different certifications. So even in our practice lab, I don't have that up right now, but in our practice lab, we have 2016 server certification, and there are a bunch of Microsoft courses and hands-on courses, and then we give the partner portal courses. So if you look at just the content, that's I don't know, it's like 40 plus hours each lab, and then of course a theory, so it becomes like a 60 hours of courses each, 60 hours. So I mean, CompTIA A+ is nothing. CompTIA Server Plus is nothing in front of the Microsoft, and nobody's going to take you seriously on that as well. Trial and error. Welcome. How are you, man? And trial and error is an example of the free learning path right here. Trial, basically, I'm telling people that, we started with this advice video of apply for 4 years ago. And then I saw KevTech video yesterday, and his advice was apply yesterday, and it really made me happy. And then I saw, this was an older video from Zach in 2018, and he says that no degree, no certification, no experience, go apply. And then basically I tell people that that's great, that's what we're telling people, but then of course you need to learn skills to be confident to go for these jobs. You cannot just blindly go and apply to these positions now because the competition is too much. So you got to do something. And even if you do this free courses, you can put this on your resume. Just don't put that you have a certificate. You can just say, this is a platform that I'm following and I have done these courses right here, and it holds a lot of value. People have done it. People have landed a job. Whether you trust me or not, that's really your personal choice right there. But I have been saying that too. 4 years ago, I was telling people that I'm going to be here telling people the same thing. And after 10 years later on, I'm going to be doing the same thing. And the people who are saying that this person is scam or fake or something like that, they can make the decision after 10 years as well. But scammers don't last for this long, When you go on the job site and see the software that the company uses, would you be able to download that software so that you can work on it at how? Dominic, I didn't get your question. Like, are you saying that when you see a software at work, can you come back home and download it for your own learning? Is that what you're saying? D-Mayor, definitely you're on the right path, but focus on certifications, Microsoft certification for systems administration. And in today's world, a system administrator is nothing without knowing virtualization. All of our domain controllers, all of our DHCP, everything is on a virtualized environment, and specifically VMware or Hyper-V. If you do both on training on both, basically pick VMware. If you really want to make that value in your resume and telling people that you know stuff, then VMware is going to be the thing for you with your Microsoft certification. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so guys, if you guys have any questions now, I'm ready to answer. I have another 20 minutes before, because I need to relax for my training, because it's a 4 hours training. So I want to keep my energy a little bit high and don't want to be sleeping in my training, So yeah, DMARE sysadmin is a very complex and not complex, but it's a mixture of everything now. For example, like I give you an example of most of the servers that you see are being installed right now on a virtual environment. So everybody, when you go to a job, they're going to ask you, how much experience do we have on virtualization? They'll probably specifically ask you VMware or Hyper-V. These are the two main areas that we really work on. So DMARE, this is where you need to create your own domain controller on your own labs. I mean, I have made a bunch of videos how to create a domain controller and work on it. But if you guys watch this video, this is a great video for systems administrators. Let me show you right here. If you guys really want to know how the networks are built from scratch, then this is what I will suggest you. DMARE, are you watching my screen? Let me show you something. This is how you create your own personal network if you really want to get to the sysadmin level, okay? What I would like you guys to go, if somebody's interested in that, where's that? Right here. How to set up real office network. Let me open that right now and look at this. So you see right here, this playlist was designed for our help desk live people who are taking live trainings. We send them this video, so then they don't ask us questions about like, what is network? How do they get built? So we have to clear that mentality before we get into real world skills, right? So we made this whole playlist just to answer that question. But for you, if you look at the system administrator to configure domain controller and DHCP, even ahead of that time, ahead of these videos, make sure you watch the first two videos, because that's about networking. So when we show you this, how Cisco router and a Cisco switch is configured to grab that connection, and then using that VLAN and then the sysadmin jobs started, right? Then the sysadmin is giving some kind of IP addresses. The system administrator then need to configure a DHCP and a DNS, because in real world environment, that's how it is. You don't pick up a Linksys or a small router like that and put it in the company, right? A big environment, and hey, here you go, you got a network right here, right? So when you watch these 3 videos, it's gonna first teach you all of that stuff, the networking stuff, but then it will teach you how to create your own domain controller, proper DHCP, proper DNS, and then that gives you that Active Directory trainings right there. So if you really want to go ahead of that now, then of course I would suggest you to go for a premium labs, because in Practice Lab we give a 1-year access to 100+ labs, and that has all the systems administrator stuff, like, you know, you can open your own domain controllers, you can do primary domain controller, you can do secondary domain controller, you can do a lot of stuff in there. So of course you have to then invest a little money in that. Okay, thanks again for the live training, you're the best. Oh, I was like, who is that? This person, I've seen this person. Blanca, how are you? So she is one of our live training user. I did not pay her, by the way. I didn't tell her that, hey, I'm doing a live session, come and put something out there. I mean, she can tell you guys right there that she took the training and she did some Linux stuff, and there's a video about her on our channel. So let me show you. This is her video right here. Let me show you right here. This is not planned, by the way, guys. You have to, I don't know, you have to believe in me, right? So where is her video right here? Let's find the video. This is her video right here. They act like you must have A+, right? Yeah, this is our video. This is the second one, right? There are things are not going to be foreign to you. This is another member. And a woman in IT. Here you go. Woman in IT. I actually attended a Cisco live session 2 days ago, and I actually sent it to Blanca and Gigi. She's another a member of our training. So I sent her this, please join that woman IT. So, but I was a little disappointed, right? They started telling people that, oh, I'm in IT. I spent like 10 years in IT, and this is what I'm doing. And this is how I started. And then luckily I got an internship in Cisco. I'm like, okay, you got an internship in Cisco. That doesn't mean that Blanca or Gigi is gonna get internship in Cisco as well. A lot of people are just not gonna get internship with Cisco. And are you guys are gonna only talk about Cisco because your title is what? Woman in IT. They are using this huge title and telling people everything about Cisco, just Cisco. Do Python, do this, do that. And then when you come back, you're gonna get a job like me. You know, that I was disappointed, right? Because I know, yeah, they have given you some free courses, which I'm gonna share later on. Great information. I'm not saying information is always good, but gives people a reality. Cisco, if you're hearing me, Microsoft, if you're hearing me, the IT world doesn't revolve around you guys. It's not all about you. Don't stop selling your product like everything is owned by you. When you go as a systems administrator, you're dealing with Microsoft and Cisco both. If you don't know one of it fully, like, or maybe even a little bit, you cannot become a systems administrator. I mean, you will be working in a sysadmin. Yes, maybe you'll get away with things, but you'll always be scared sysadmin, because you know if the networking have an issue and you're the only person, you're going to be the scared sysadmin. I will say upfront to people, you're going to be scared because you don't know how to even get into a router. You don't even know how to get into the switch. Then how can you even troubleshoot the network? That is just impossible. So for Cisco to tell people like women in IT and you just need to do a Cisco and you get a job like me, that's not true. What about the whole people, that 90% of the people that get denied by you guys and they didn't get a job? They need to get jobs somewhere else in IT, and in IT is a pretty broad area. They need to get jobs somewhere else. So the way we train people is that we basically tell people, let me train you on a help desk level on everything that makes sense to the job, to the interviewer, to the HR manager, to the IT professional who are like us, who knows that Cisco is not the only solution in IT, or Microsoft is not the only solution in IT. Then there has got to be some platform doing the mixture, which CompTIA came in between. CompTIA also kind of now failing because they're just specifically teaching you on certain things and want you to come back again for networking, come back again for servers, come back again for security. But they're not mixing things together and telling people the whole story. Okay, let's see some of the questions right here. Let's just go over it. Thank you, Blanca. Hi, I have 3 years of TCS network engineering experience, 2009, 2014, but I have big gap. Now I want to start again. If you already have experience in networking, you gotta get back to the new stuff, because it's gonna be easy for you, right? Because some of the things are just gonna you're just gonna accept it. Like, okay, yeah, oh, I know that. I know at least the basics. It didn't change much. So go for the new certification, but with a little bit of mixture. Like I said, that now if you're going for networking, you gotta know about cloud too, because network engineering positions, if you go for NOC level 1 positions, I'm talking about the specific networking engineer position, like Cisco router. If you take us 5 years ago or 10 years ago, these positions were highly in demand because not a lot of people could learn that, right? But now what's happening now? Cisco is introducing Python for the reason of that they know the cloud is the next thing. And a lot of software-based networking is introduced in Amazon and Azure. So if you have the basic knowledge in networking, you just need to upgrade yourself a little bit. So go for the new certifications like CCNA new one, and with the combination of a little cloud in there. So if you do that, then I think you're going to catch up pretty quickly. That would be because you already have experience. You don't need basic level of understanding on this stuff. Try applying to your local call centers as an agent. If you are USA, try applying to Spectrum. You start as an agent, but you will be prompt to supervisor guaranteed. Okay, you took. What I'm actually saying is you see the software and you never saw that software before. They will train you on it. But I would like to learn it quick to make training easier for them. Yeah, you can ask your managers, because some of the products are paid and they may allow you to do that, or they may even tell you to, hey, why don't you spin up another lab for yourself inside the network? So just get in through VPN and learn about it. Or if they will give it to you, I'm sure a lot of people will not like that, because if they spend, let's say, $1,000 on a software, they will not just give you that software. But remember, most of these softwares have trial versions, right? So let's say PDQ Enterprise, the one that I deploy for many of my clients, cost $1,000, $1,500, or $1,000. I forgot what is the number right now, but I think only 2 or 3 people can connect to that enterprise version. But they have a free version too. So if you download the free version, you can learn anything. The enterprise is just more features, like you can download in the library more software, right? But if you download the free version, you have certain softwares that are given to you for free. So go first, when you go to the company, analyze what they're using, analyze what their infrastructure is, analyze what kind of networking devices they're using, and then slowly pick on these softwares for monitoring, for deployments, for stuff like that. So then you can actually get that freely on your lab. Or if you don't get it, you don't find it, then ask your manager. What also helps in landing an entry-level job? I was able to land my entry-level position because I know someone. Exactly, that is another big one. So one of the people back in the days when I was working with one of the nonprofit, the guy was good at printing. So I told him, "You're so good at printing," and he asked me actually. He's like, I'm interested in about IT stuff." I'm like, "You're so good in printing, and we hate printing. You already got an advantage over us. So go and apply for it. Well, first you need to learn some of the things." So I was, at that time, I was actually teaching on YouTube, and a lot of videos were available. So I was like, why don't you just, take 5 or 6 videos like that. And I just suggest him just do Active Directory for a help desk person. Active Directory is the absolute core of your learning. Learn Active Directory, and 60% of your job, you learn it. Why? Because everything is connected through it. Your connections are going through that. If somebody's is complaining about getting into the computer, they got locked themselves out. So everything is just so much, everything makes sense after Active Directory. Most of the enterprise level applications are connected through Active Directory. So when I told him that, hey, you should do really a good training on Active Directory, Office 365, we were moving there. And then operating system troubleshooting, and now he is probably better in troubleshooting. If I compare myself with him right now, he's way better than me, because his focus is so much on troubleshooting. And fixing things. And probably one day I'm gonna call him and bring him over here so he can share his experience. I mean, I already offered him like a kind of part-time training opportunity with us because he's so good. Danish is the real world. Thank you. 3 years later, I'm still working in IT. That's amazing, man. Keep moving. IT is amazing. It changed my life. I came from Pakistan. I had nothing with me. I was a busboy. I was sent to the busboy job like after a week when I came to this Maryland area, and I was scared. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was like, this is US. I'm seeing different colors over here, different color of people right here. And I'm seeing totally different people. My confidence was like in my shoes right there. Honestly, I was almost about to cry because I had no friends. And I was just thinking to myself, like, where am I? Is this US? Right? I was thinking about that Hollywood type of thing, right? I was like, man, it's gonna be buildings, it's gonna be nice. You know what I mean? When you're young, you're like, you want to enjoy your life, right? And I didn't realize that I'm gonna be working in a restaurant and putting water for people and stuff like that. Nothing against people like that who are doing this for with passion, but that's not my job. I didn't want to do that. I knew I can learn something better. And when I started learning about IT, this is where my problem started. I was lacking knowledge. I couldn't find mentorship. Certification was not my thing. It was so theory that I was not a book type of person. I could not just pick up a book and do things. And so there was not a lot of labs and everything at that point too. And if somebody told me to go do your own labs, then how? Who's going to teach me that stuff? I'm too stressed out. So, that whole stress led me to this platform. Everything from that day is in my platform. Go back to YouTube. You're going to see I have only 10 students in Udemy. I had only 10 students when I started. Of course, it started with 0, but 10 maybe because of the YouTube or something like that. 10 students. Today, we are over 40,000 members. We're doing live training every weekend. Guys, this is the reality. What made me come to this point? If people believe in me or not, I don't care about that. If people call us, oh, no, this is not going to work for me, I don't care about that. But did it work for me? Did it change my life? Absolutely. I'm enjoying my life to the max right now. There's actually, I think, to the max. Okay. So, let's go back to the questions. Danish, do you have training for VMware 6.7? So here's a good news for you. Practice Lab is coming out with a new certification, which is a premium membership. And in that, they have this 6.7 coming out. Now, if you go to our partners portal content, let me pull it out right now. They have an older stuff right here. Let me actually, maybe I might not be able to pull it right now, but I can give it a try. Oh, okay. This is the access that you get with the Plus or Premium membership. I will not recommend Plus anymore because we're moving away from that. It's an old membership. So there you go. For the VMware, you can really learn about 6.5 as well. So let's go and do VMware. There you go. VMware vSphere 6.5 Administration Basics Ultimate Bootcamp. So if you look at this course, let's see what they have. There are many other old ones too. So it starts from like virtualization overview, planning, installing ESXi, vCenter 6.5, configuring networking, VM creation, security, server, blah, blah, blah. So it's a pretty good information, but it's all video based. So it's up to you. But for the hands-on, Practice Lab is coming out with a new VMware certification, which I'm waiting for. It is extremely hands-on, and I'm just like waiting for it. When is it going to come out? Because I want to get into that. But this access is a premium access. You have to go to JobSkillShare, become a premium member, and then we give you 240 courses for 1 year, video courses, 100 plus labs, practice labs, so all Cisco stuff, Microsoft stuff, security stuff, and then of course our own content that we have made 4,000 plus videos on top of these labs. So it's a complete solution. After when someone tell you to apply, like Kev, apply, then what do you do next? This is where we are. We are the solution right here. Just want to say thank you for all the videos. Thank you, Ali. I really appreciate it. This is honestly, for 5 years, the love and the confidence that I get from people is just amazing. I mean, you guys are part of my life right now. To be honest, this whole platform is based on people like you, and with the same mentality that we can really do things and we can do things smartly. Then this is why you guys are the members of this platform, and of course other channels as well. I really appreciate all the love that you guys give me. Danish, you will not stop for our days. I learned a lot from JSS. Thank you, Trial. Actually, guys, also check out his channel too. Actually, I was thinking about Trial have this mentality, which I have actually watched his video. He is kind of like a student, but learning whatever skills he's learning, he's putting that into a video format, which is a really great thing. And I recommend all of my members to go for that type of learning. It does take time. It does a lot of effort. Honestly, I do videos and I understand his videos, a lot of videos, and I don't know. I mean, I can just say, like, from the bottom of my heart, I can say thank you. Why? Because you're doing this for free, and I know how much it takes to do things like that for free. I have done the whole 100 hours of content for free, and I know how much it took out of me. It did impacted my kind of like life in a way, but I converted into more of like, now I'm doing this as my own kind of like thing right here, right? This is my own platform where I want to change. I want to do a big change, but at the same time, it took so much energy out of me that I cannot explain that. So I have to say thank you to Trial for his efforts, and other people too, like KevTech, IT Career Questions, Kubuman. It's just take too much time. So a lot of people, they want more and more and more and more. They want you to provide everything for free, but there's certain things you just can't do for free. Like if somebody asks me, I want to become a sysadmin. I'm like, yes, I will make a whole course in sysadmin, but there are tons of courses out there, Microsoft MCSA and everything for free. So the only thing I then want to be focusing on is to do a real thing, like hands-on practice, or give somebody an access to a servers, which we give like 30 GB RAM in VMware ESXi, and we train people like that. I want to do something different, that's like different in a way that's very targeted and kind of like something gets out of it. I don't want to go back to the manual or old way. I want to do things that's smart. So that's kind of like what we're doing right now. Yeah, I'm good with the help desk. I was just never privy to having the opportunity of setting the servers, VPN from scratch. Got to go. Thanks for the info. I found your channel because Kev recommended to see. We love Kev. He is our good friend, and definitely we'll be doing some kind of collaboration so that it can help other people too. I'll check out your videos. It's great. Do you have environment where you can set up VMwares? Like I said, the practice lab is the environment where you can set up the VMware stuff, which they have removed the older labs. It's still available. You have to just go to the labs and say, show the old courses, it will show up. But another thing is that when we do live training, we give people a VMware access. So they have that 30 days access to our server. That's 30 GB and 250, I think 200 to 300 hard disk. And then we set up a lot of things with them, and they after that they have 30 days to play around with the VMware environment. Do you have a forum where user can speak with each other and possible help with troubleshooting? We do not have that yet. Something maybe in future we can talk about, but at this point we don't have a forum like that. Good advice, basically, something we can definitely look into. I'm just documenting my learning. That's great. Trial. I do that very well. It helps me again. Hi, Danish. Could you please tell me? For CCNA and CCNP is definitely a level ahead of CCNA. So once you get to, if you do CCNP, then I'm sure you're not going to be looking at the entry level stuff. But CCNA stuff is like if you're going for in a US specific area, they call it NOC, NOC, right? And that's SOC, NOC. SOC is for security, NOC is for networking. But this is what I've found out in many of my clients where I work with them. When you land a NOC level 1 job, you may land it based on your CCNA certification if you're good at explaining things. But once you land that job, it's up to the company environment, the infrastructure, the way they set up, or what kind of company is that are hiring you. So if it's an MSP who is a service provider, then you, even as a NOC level and networking guy, will still be doing Active Directory stuff. I have tons of people that I worked with, and they have the same setup, because MSP will not be hiring many people with just one skills. They want to hire people with multiple skills. But at some places, there may be a very big environment, and they may have a level tiers of IT people in there. So you could get that job, and that would be more of like networking job. So when you go to Indeed.com, look for this specific term, NOC, or network engineer. Basically, people that use that kind of titling in the US, but I'm not sure about other places like India or Pakistan or other places. I was somebody from Pakistan came in and said, hey, you're teaching all this stuff, but none of that matches with the things that I'm looking for. They're always looking for CCTV or hardware stuff. I'm like, that's totally different. So some areas our trainings are good, but you have to really add on to it based on where you live. Like CCTV is not an IT job in the US. It's a security job, or someone from facilities should be looking at that kind of stuff. We don't sit there and looking at cameras and try to, we may help you set up the camera in a way that you may need a static IP address, or you may need a network VLAN just for example, just security stuff. So, but we're gonna help you with that, but we're not gonna sit and manage the whole CCTV, Okay, guys, it's 11:24 right now. I need this 30 minutes to set up my own training. I have a training. If you go back to our site, we teach every weekend at 12 o'clock. So if you are interested, make sure you go into our free training first. We always recommend everybody to go to the free, because if that can get everything for you, then you don't have to pay even $1. If you want to do that hands-on training on a VMware, ESXi, getting into the lab, me watching you, me training you, then make sure you go back to the Job Skills Share and watch some of the videos like this one. Things are not going to be foreign to you. These are all our people who have done. This is another live training example, live IT support training, troubleshooting. These are two people who are taking the training, and we're doing troubleshooting right on the spot. So if you are that kind of person who needs us to sit with you for 14 to 15 hours, then consider investment. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. That's why I wanted to share this really cool video, because I'm happy that other YouTubers are talking about this formula: apply, and then how do you deal with experience, and then how do you learn things the easy way, the smart way, not the manual way, not the hard way. Ditch that and learn everything smart way. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Thank you.